Hi everyone. You can tell the lips do not match because I had another technical issue and my mic is not working. So I am dubbing over because the food of this video was so amazing that I really need to show all of you. And yes, so the food today is from Rogue Bread. It's a baker based in South Bay. And the proceeds from this week's video will be going to APIENC, which is Asian Pacific Islander Equality Northern California. So it's a grassroots organization that focuses on supporting queer and trans API people and empowering them and amplifying their voices through like leadership training and other things. So please go check them out, and also please check out Rogue Bread. So they're cool. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. It looks like I'm still jibber jabbering and using my hands and gesturing left and right and blah 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 and shrugging. So yes, I think I'm saying something about putting all the info down below in the description box. Wow, I use my hands a lot. That's very fascinating. Anyways, so the pastry box from Rogue Bread has an assortment of things, and I have a butter knife. It looks like I'm about to hurt someone, but it's because I didn't want to eat all of it, because all of this is vegan pastries, and my nephews are vegan, and I want to share this with them, so I'm not eating everything in the box, so I want to cut out pieces for me to eat so I can save the rest and give it to my nephews. Vegan pastries is a thing that's like blowing my mind, and it's pretty cool. So I was very excited to eat this, and you can kind of tell, wow, lots of gesturing happening. It's kind of fascinating watching myself talk quietly and silently. So I think I'm about to eat the first thing. Oh, there we go. Nope, I did not pick it up, and Lumi switched sides. Yes. I didn't remember what's in the box, but the label of things that's in the box is on the bottom, so that's why I had to pick it up. So that is a double chocolate salted cookie, and you can see there were like salt flakes on there, and it's a big gigantic cookie. So I broke off a piece and I ate it. It was very good. It was like kind of crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. There's all sorts of yumminess. It's very how do I say? It's very chocolate, like heavy on the chocolate, well, obviously double chocolate, but it was not that sweet because I think they use dark chocolate, so it's, it's a nice balance, and with the flaky salt, it was kind of nice too. Wow, I just realized that while I'm recording this voiceover, I'm literally using my hands as well. I am annoying. Okay, and Lumi ran off. Still eating this cookie. Yep, enjoying it. Apparently, so much that I need to look at it and gaze at it longingly and then stuff it in my mouth and drop crumbs everywhere. Did you know my nickname is Crummy sometimes? Yes, for good reason. Anywho, finish that bite of cookie. And what's next? Let's see. I think I eat the... Oh, Lumi just hopped right on back. I got her a new squirrel toy, and she's going crazy. It might actually work out that I did not record the sound because the toy was squeaking on stuff. That is a lemon blueberry buttermilk cake. It has icing on top and lots of blueberries. I did not realize it was lemon until I took a bite out of it. That's also on me for not remembering what's in the box. The baker from Rogue Bread is working on making cards where she writes the description of what's in the box, but she's still working on it. So that's why there's labels on the bottom of the box with all the ingredients and everything. The cake was really good. Super moist. I know people don't like that word, but it was very moist. And the lemon did a really good job of balancing out the sweetness of the icing and the blueberries. So it was great. Honestly, couldn't even tell that was a vegan cake, pretty magical. Lots of waving my hands around, and then now I'm wrapping it back up because I finished eating that, and it was just as good as the cookie. definitely both the cookie and the cake. You know, just like you can't even tell it's vegan. Yeah. Wow. The split in my hair is very not straight. Fascinating. Okay. I have no idea what I'm saying now. Oh, yes, because the next time I'm going to eat is an almond bostock or bostick. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I spelled it out. It's Bostock. I Googled it, and it's basically a baby between a French toast and an almond croissant. And it's usually on a brioche bread, and then I think there's some sort of almond filling on top with lots of powdered sugar and also just slivers of almond. You can see that. It was amazing. That was a really good pastry Danish thing. I'm not really sure what you would call it. Yeah, it's great. And the brioche bread that she used was so fluffy and the texture was really good. I think if she just sold her bread, that'd be amazing. You can't see, look at my face. I was just so shocked at how good it was. And you can kind of see the cross section. There's the bread on the bottom with the filling and the almond and the powdered sugar on top. It was good. Just thinking about it now. That's probably one of my favorite things that was in the box. So it was nice. Yeah, that's sometimes my face looks like I don't like it, but that's when I like it the most. That's what I'm realizing. Yeah. Still talking. I'm not really sure what I'm saying now. I'm sorry. But it was a really good piece of bread. And I think it'd be really good if you had like a cup. I'm not a coffee drinker, but if you had a cup of coffee or tea in the morning, and then with that, because it's kind of sweet, so it would probably go really well with like a bitter black coffee or tea kind of thing. So yes, I think that's what I'm saying right now. And I was eating a lot of breads, dry things, so I needed to drink some water. Look at my nice little Nalgene bottle. I recently bought it, and I customized the lid, and yes, I like it a lot. And I toss it to the side, like it doesn't mean anything to me. Anywho, what's next? Lots more hand gestures. And then more and more hand gestures. Oh, wow. That's a lot of pointing there, Crispy. What are you doing? What are you pointing at? Who knows? Oh, yes, gotta pull back my hair. Eating is a hard job to do. It's very, very tough to do it. You gotta pull back your hair so it doesn't get in your mouth. And I think I'm about to eat the croissant. Yes. So the croissant, obviously this is all vegan. So the croissant was the thing that I was looking forward to the most, was kind of like, because I think this is what I'm talking about, how when you make croissants, it's basically laminating the dough with lots of butter and to make all the layers and all the flakes. And you can see that she does a really good job with that. I'm pretty sure she makes her own butter, vegan butter, obviously, to use in her pastries. And yeah, it was pretty cool. I was very fascinated, and I'm not really sure how she does it. And vegan pastries, man, they've come so far. It was very hard for me to rip this pastry, so I ended up cutting it. But also it was a raisin croissant, and I don't like raisins, so I was trying my hardest to pick around the raisins. I don't get why people like raisins. I mean, also, I think I used to like raisins when I was young, but for some reason I don't like them anymore. They kind of just gross me out. But I like craisins. I don't know. Is that kind of like when people they don't like tomatoes, but they like ketchup? And so is it weird of me to not like raisins, but like craisins? Anyways, tangent. I'm still cutting it, and I was struggling really hard on cutting that thing. The croissant itself, I mean, obviously it's not a very traditional shape, but it was still really good. It's almost reminiscent of a palmier, which are those things that look like little butterfly wings that are super flaky. That's kind of what it reminded me of. But you can see it was super flaky, but in the cross section, you can kind of tell it's a little bit more fluffy than what you would imagine a croissant being like. So, if someone was like a croissant snob or something, they'd probably be like, oh no, this is not a croissant. This is nothing like that. But I enjoyed it. It was really good. It is a little bit, I wouldn't go into it thinking like, this is going to be like a croissant. I think you kind of got to go into it the mindset that's a vegan croissant. So it's definitely a little bit different in texture. But it tasted amazing. It was still really good. It doesn't have as much of that like buttery, flaky consistency that you kind of usually expect from a croissant. It's a little bit more bready, but still solid Danish pastry dessert thing that I shoved in my mouth. And then we're going to eat the last sweet thing, which are macarons. So macarons, I was very impressed with these because, macarons is... Oh, I was checking the flavor. It's blood orange macarons. They are like almond flour and egg white meringue. So I was very impressed on what she used to, make it instead of egg whites, right? So I'm pretty sure she used aquafaba, which is like the chickpea garbanzo bean water that you get from the can, which also is another thing that I'm always very curious how people came to realize that you can use aquafaba to whip it up into a meringue-like consistency. Who thought of that? But my guess is that she used aquafaba to replace meringue because that's my face when I said aquafaba. Because that makes the most sense to me, but maybe she uses something else. Who knows? If I read the ingredients list on the bottom of the box, I'd probably figure that out, but I did not, and so I cannot tell you. Yeah, but these vegan macarons were amazing. They actually had like the little feet to it, the part where the shells kind of rise a little bit, and you can see it. It's pretty cool how like similar to the real thing it looked. So that's pretty cool. And then, so she had buttercream frosting on the inside, and then in the middle had some blood orange, I don't know, jam thing, jelly-like thing. It's good. This is probably the sweetest thing, surprisingly. But it was also very different than an original macaron, where you have that really thin, crispy outer shell and then the chewy middle. Instead, it's still chewy, but instead the outer shell is a little bit thicker, almost like a layer of powdered sugar. It's kind of hard to explain, but so it's just not. It's a little bit. It's kind of like the croissant in that it's a little bit of a different experience, and that I'm pretty sure is what I'm currently explaining right now. I'm doing my best to try and remember what I'm saying, so, but it's probably very weird watching this and then listening to something completely different. I apologize, and I am working on fixing whatever issues I have. I've even double-checked my mic this time. I don't even know what happened. Anyways, the macaron was great. There were two, so I ate the smaller one because I'm a nice aunt, and I gave half of it to my partner because I'm a nice partner. And then I saved the best thing for last, which is the jalapeno. Why did I say that so weird? Jalapeno. What? Jalapeno. What is wrong with me? Jalapeno. Oh my god, it's like I never said that word before. It's a jalapeno cheddar biscuit. Why does that sound so weird to me right now? Okay, it's a jalapeno cheddar biscuit. It was really good. This was like my favorite thing. I'm also bigger on the savory than the salty, obviously. I just like salty, like potato chips. Those are my go-to snack. But this was really good. It was surprising. Like, the thing that surprised me the most is that the jalapeno. What's wrong with me? The flavor was really prominent in the biscuit, but it wasn't spicy at all. So that's what the thing that was like blowing my mind. It was like I could taste the pepper really well, but I didn't feel spice at all, which is very nice. And there's obviously, you can see there's plenty of cheese, and then I think it's topped with like everything bagel seasoning, so that was amazing too. this biscuit was definitely on the side of like fluffy biscuit. Not as much of like, you know, the Pillsbury hoo-hoo. Is that what he sounds like? Pillsbury Doughboy? Hoo-hoo! No. Hoo-hoo. No, he's not that deep. Anyways, Pillsbury Doughboy, they have those like flaky... Oh, that's pretty good. The flaky layer croissant. Not croissant, biscuit that you can buy. The 100 grand layer or whatever it's called. This is less like that. I mean, it's probably also assuming, you know, because it's vegan, so it's a little bit harder to get all those flaky layers in the middle. But this is more, you know, like a fluffy, almost scone-like. But this is really good. And this was probably my favorite thing. And I'm showing you the cross-section for some reason. Oh, yes. I'm talking about how it's more fluffy and less layers. And then here I go with my hands again, telling you how amazing this was and how I loved everything in this box. And that... yes, you should try everything, I think. And yeah, so please, yeah, I'm nearing the end of the video. So, you know, same old spiel. Please check out Rogue Bread. They do pastry boxes once a month where she will deliver to you. She has like different delivery dates for different parts of the Bay Area. And then I think she's working on pickup spots also so that you can just go get it. And it's a little bit easier for her as well. And here's me burping. If you don't want to get the whole pastry box, she also works with a cafe in San Jose, I think called Academic Coffee. And she drops their pastries off, I think, like once or twice a week there. So you can just pick up one or two of the things instead of a whole box. Yeah, so, you know, check her out on Instagram. She releases the boxes, like, she changes everything that's in it every month. And then you can order it usually 2 weeks to almost a month before you're going to actually get it. And then she usually sells out as well. So, yes. No idea what I'm saying now. Oh, something about, vegan pastry desserts have made leaps and bounds since I've tried it. So this box was definitely really amazing for it being all vegan. So yeah, so please go check out Rogue Bread. And also please go check out APIENC and support them. And I'll see you next time. Bye!